So I doubt I'll be able to get too far up here, but what the heck, we'll see what it's like. This particular road is usually pretty late to clear. Well, this is what this is the end of March. And we've had a late winter, or at least the winter lasted a long time. So I don't expect a lot here. And no. That's what I thought. Only clear until the stables here. So I'm going to be patient this year. I'm not gonna keep checking every second day. I'll wait. There'll be plenty of good riding in the hills coming up, so no hurry. I got lots to do anyway. Lots to do on the GR650. I think I'm going to go a little further than I anticipated in that one, so it's going to take a little longer. At first I thought that I was going to go with my shaved down seat, but I figured, you know what, I wanted, in order to make it look good, it would need a really first-class upholstery job with a couple different colors of vinyl and some creative stitching and that type of thing, and well, it's, you know, I don't have the equipment for that. So I would have had to take it to an upholsterer, and it would have cost me close to $400 just to recover the seat as I have shaped it. And the thing is, I've shaped it as much as I could, but not totally to my liking, because the seat pan stops me from going further. So, you know, it's like spending a fortune to support a compromise. I'll instead do a little bit more disassembling and cutting up on the bike and modifications so that I can use an aftermarket seat, something that actually does look nice. And to facilitate that, you know, here's where I get myself deeper and deeper. To facilitate that, I would almost need a welder, and I don't have one. So in order to get a welder, I would need a little higher power to the garage. I can get a 120 volt welder that puts out 130 amps, and it requires, they say, a 20 amp service. Now 20 amps on a breaker will kick out at around 16, so you know, I figure I would really need a 30 amp service to run that 20 amp welder properly without worry. Anyway, so long story short, it's going to cost way too much work to run a different line into the garage. So I figured out something creative, and I have a dryer down the basement next to a window to the outside, to the backyard, and the dryer plug is above the dryer. It's 220 volt and it's 30 amp. Now, what I was thinking of doing was running a capable extension cord off the dryer plug, off the wall socket, through the basement window, you know, like just when I need to weld, and run it over to the garage. Maybe it's about 50 feet. And then put a 60 amp sub panel in the garage, and instead of hardwiring the sub panel in, put a 220 volt socket next to it, and then wire that into the sub panel, and then power the sub panel with the extension cord from the dryer socket whenever I need to do any welding. And then from the sub panel, split off one line. Whoa, that was a huge bump. Split off one line of 220 volt 30 amp, and then another line, a 120 volt 30 amp. So that would solve my power problems and cost very little. I think my logic on that stands up. Tell me if I'm wrong, anyone with knowledge of electrical, but I think it should work. Can't see why not. Anyway, I don't know if I'll do that, but it sure would be nice to weld, because on the GR650 I really could use some welding capabilities in order to do what I envision. I know I could get someone in to weld, like if I identify, okay, this needs to be welded, and then get it all together to do at once, and have someone come in and weld it up for me. I know I could do that, and it would cost less than setting up power and buying a welder. But I like to do it if I can, and I like creative things, and to me welding seems like it would open some creative doors. Anyway, you folks have a great day. Enjoy the spring weather, and ride safe, have fun.